Well, we're always anxious to get to our first tournament, and this has been our traditional preseason meet. Glad to be here, and it's fun to finally get into action. Wiley's number one in the Sabre right now. I think he dropped one touch in the pool, so that's good. Algird is number one in foil right now. So those two are the highlights so far. We're struggling on the women's side right now. Manel was struggling earlier, but she got 2 wins in the pools. The rest, most of them are beginning fencers, so we're getting some wins. They're doing pretty good. Well, I mean, again, this is our traditional preseason tournament, so it just lets us know that it's time to fence.
Well, it's always getting back into fencing's a little rough. You get rusty really quickly, but this first tournament is kind of here to break us into the season, which is going to start after winter. And so I'm feeling pretty good, and I think our team's doing pretty well so far. Well, in the pools, I haven't lost a bout. I have 4 touches on me. And I'm first after the preliminary pooling, so I'm going into direct eliminations right now as first place seed, and hopefully that keeps going. I know we have Josh and Jaden the freshman. They're competing against each other in the first DE, so we'll see how that is. Well, so far, Jaden, our new freshman, is actually looking up to be one of the best walk-ons I've ever seen. He's done martial arts in the past, and he's very technical and quick. So getting him to do these actions that that require a lot of finesse and a lot of years of experience is actually pretty easy for me. So yeah, well, this is the fourth time I've been to this event, and every time I learn something new. Fencing has a long learning curve. It's really steep, so it's not like I've learned everything. I learn something here every time, and it's just a thrill to be back.
Yeah, so Danosi is going to be my first collegiate competition. It's really, really exciting. The support from the team has been amazing. I've never been able to compete with like a full team this big, so this was really, really fun and exciting again. So I'm excited to see how the future competitions are going to go. Today has been an okay day for me. The fencing is really different. The level, I would say, is a little bit more beginner, so the fencers are more unpredictable. So that's kind of been a challenge, but I talked to Coach and he said simple actions is that's what's going to do it for you, so hopefully in DEs it'll go a lot better. I would have to say Danielle, because I always warm up with Danielle at Renaissance when we're just fencing for practice, and she's really, really good, but to see her fence, this is the first time I've seen her fence in a tournament. She's done amazing. She's really, really confident, so I'm really excited to see again how she's going to fence in the next future competition. The ambiance is great. I mean, the adrenaline is always up, so that is definitely my favorite part of fencing. And again, being with the team and everyone comes up to you like, how did you do? Oh, you'll do okay next time. It's amazing. It's really, really supportive. So.
It's really exciting. It's our first chance to get out there and show our stuff. One of the things I'm really looking forward to, and I've been seeing, is our new walk-ons, our new fencers, getting to see how they get to do. More than myself, really. That's the most exciting thing about getting back into fencing, is really seeing how our fencers grow and how they'll actually stand up in competition, because this one doesn't count for NCAA points, but it gives us a real benchmark of how they've improved over our first semester, and so going into our next one and starting our season, we get to see how they're doing and where they need to improve and where they're doing really well. I just finished my pool round. I'm waiting for my direct eliminations. I'd say I'm pretty happy with how I did. I got 1 point against me. I'm going into the direct eliminations as the first seed, so it's a really good result this year. Josh Sexton has stood out. He's been on the team as long as I have for the last 3 years, and he's a walk-on, so he's never fenced before. And it's been really something cool to see him improve. And today he beat David DeClark, who's a Wayne State fencer, who he lost to last season. He got smashed by him, but came back this year, and so that's one of the really cool things. He's really stood out to me. That was a really fun bout to watch. So for me, it's very relaxed. The competition level isn't so high. The last couple of years, Wayne State had a really good fencer from Egypt who graduated, so that leaves the top slot open this year. But it's a pretty relaxed event compared to some of our others. The competition isn't quite as strong as some of our other events, so it does give me more of a chance to not just focus on myself, but to focus on my teammates and how they can improve themselves as well.
Yeah, it's nice to be back and have a team to fence with encouragement. it's tough to know how you're gonna do after a season of like training over the summer, but it is kind of rough to get back into it, but it feels good to be fencing again, and I know that I have work to do and some progress to make, but I think I will be able to make that, yeah. Standing out, we have a freshman who sometimes you find like a gem and they just look like they know how to fence and they figure it out. So we've got a couple of freshmen who look like they know what they're doing and show some really good potential. I really enjoy this, even though it is like the hardest week of the year for me homework-wise. It is nice to come and fence with people that we fence with at the club. So it's kind of like not as high stakes, you know, and it's a little more friendly. It's a good intro into the